So before kind of digging into yourselves' music, I did want to ask a more general question to open with. So I wondered, which musician that's alive do you admire most and why?
It's got to be Dave Grohl. He's just been in like 2 absolutely world class bands. Nobody's got a CV like Dave Grohl. Plus he's like the best drummer of like the past 20 years.
I really love Courtney Barnett right now. I think she's just so good for like women in music, and her tunes are fucking class. So sorry, am I allowed to swear? No. Yeah, okay.
Lizzie, who's yours?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
You like that guy?
Alive kind of wrecked it for me. I was going to say Kurt Cobain.
Yeah.
He's a fucking
Well, he
champ.
might still be alive, Blair.
You had to hold yourself back from saying me.
Yeah, my favourite living musician, Tupac. Yep, just before he went to the moon.
Oh. Right, sorry.
So when you kind of look back over the history of your band as well, is there a moment you can kind of pinpoint that has maybe had the biggest impact upon your sound over the last few years? That's kind of had the biggest effect?
Yeah, I think that we started off, me and Blair, and we used to just do kind of like acoustic music, and then we got musicians in, and it was great, but we weren't making the sound that we wanted to make. And then we got Lizzie and Aidan in, and then since then it just totally transformed the style of the band. We started writing the music that we really like loved, like grunge and punk, and incorporating all of our different like styles in, and like kind of progressing from there. So that was definitely a turning point for the band, I think.
Yeah. I mean, looking at one of your singles as well, Heaven, that's a song that kind of looks at someone, like lyrically at least, someone who's kind of battling with religion and a conflict within them. Was that autobiographical, or was that something you faced that you turned into a song, or was that?
I wouldn't say it's something that I feel too strongly about. It's just a topic that's definitely cropped up in my life, but also I think that everyone questions things in their own lives. The song is lyrically about someone questioning their religion, but I think it can be portrayed in or reflected over into other aspects of your life, whether that's, you know, anything really. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, kind of continuing on with that theme of conflict, what causes the most conflict within the band?
Aidan.
Blair and Anna, genuinely, I'm not going to believe that no human has been to the moon and it's all faked. And
It is.
they said I was brainwashed, which is
No one
so
has
ironic.
been to the moon, and Aidan believes that people have been on the moon. And
oh my god, it's not like me, it's like everybody. Yous are like such a small minority, it's like there's only like 5% of people.
That's probably what we argue about the most, I would say.
Yeah. Conspiracy theories.
Yeah. Aidan believes, he's just like brainwashed by the media.
How ironic is that? Oh my god. There's literally like evidence on the moon, like you could literally shine a laser and it'll point back at the moon.
Right, we're not getting into this.
Like
we're
who
not
put it
getting
there?
into
Like
this.
space aliens, come on, let's get real.
Yeah.
We're divided between the woke people and the brainwashed, I'm
Yeah.
afraid. But we love them anyway, so.
Yeah. It makes it interesting on long car journeys when we have something to argue about. So yeah.
You almost
To
said lark hall journey.
Sorry, that was funny.
I think we got that.
Let's explain. I'm laughing because that was funny.
Oh, sorry. I just feel a bit nervous, if I'm being honest.
I mean, like, Speak of the Devil, another one of your songs, is also kind of drawn to like darker themes, like the Heaven is as well. What is it that kind of draws you to darker themes? And you think that's something that's kind of a constant throughout all your songwriting?
We're very aggressive, very violent, gothic.
No.
Yeah, we, you know,
I think
Satan's
that,
a big theme, and yeah.
I don't know. I think that when I wrote the lyrics to that song, it was just a feeling that I felt at the time, and it was just kind of portraying something I felt at the time. But we also have songs where the lyrics are just like mumbo jumbo, and like they're so happy and upbeat, and then we have songs like Passed Down, which are so like kind of sad and like heartfelt and very like vulnerable. So I think that it's quite important when you write music to explore all your emotions, as not to like pigeonhole yourself into one feeling in one area.
How did the lyrical concepts affect the writing of the music and vice versa? How do they kind of impact upon each other during the songwriting process?
So it's pretty organic. Like, I don't think it's very rare when we pure sit down. We're like gonna write a song about this. It's always just a sort of idea or a feeling or something that you have, and then it all just sort of comes out.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Thanks.
And I mean, do you find songwriting like an effective way of kind of, you know, getting over some things that you may be discussing internally and kind of helping in a discussion at all? Or?
Yeah, I think so.
I've only ever started doing that recently. Like, I'd never written a song that was really about anything about my own life ever, and then recently I've written like a couple of songs about stuff that I've actually like gone through, and I've always like spoken to songwriters that talk about how they write music about stuff that they were sad about and how it helps them in that, and I never understood it, but recently I've kind of like started doing it, and it kind of helps at the time, but obviously like if stuff's bothering you, man, it'll come back and stuff.
Yeah.
So
I think that it's important, like when you feel feelings, to like contextualize them, and like actually it can help sometimes to make them something that's like physical. So whether that's like making it into a song or making it into like a piece of art or like making it into a voice note on your phone, or like I don't know, like a thing on your phone where you just streamline your thoughts and your feelings, it can really help you deal with like the kind of bigger image. Because once you see something on paper or you see something like written down, you're like, alright, cool, like I know how to get over this, and I know how to help like for this to improve me as a person, or like how I need to change, or like whatever.
And I mean, have other people's music kind of had positive impacts upon your lives as well?
Definitely. I think that like for all of us anyway, we've all grown up.
you want to say something?
I missed the question.
How?
I was answering the question.
I know, but I feel like
Well, he wasn't listening to the question though, so.
chill out, man. Let's just let like Lizzie and Aiden talk about it.
I know, but if they're not listening to the questions, then.
Right, what was the
No,
question
Aiden,
again?
you can answer it.
How have other people's music kind of had like a positive impact upon your life?
I don't know. Like, I don't really like. If I'm feeling sad, I wouldn't put a music on. I guess like other people's music, more so, like it'll inspire you. Like if you hear something, oh that's cool, I'll go to the drum kit, the guitar. That's kind of the influence I get for music. I don't really like. I don't know. I don't really like. Music isn't what I go to when I'm feeling happy or sad. Like I'll do other things. It's more like I'll feel motivated from hearing music. Like I really want to get to that person's level, for example.
Yeah.
That's true. I agree with that.
Yeah.
A lot of time I hear stuff and like in my brain it's like, oh, that sounds pure fresh, man. That sounds really cool, and it'll inspire me to write something in that sort of style.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm the opposite though. If I'm feeling sad, I purposefully put sad music on to kind of like fully experience that kind of emotion at the time.
Yeah.
And like, yeah, but it's like, it's a satisfying thing, it's not like, I don't know.
Yeah, I would agree with Lizzie.
Yeah.
I think it's nice sometimes just to like indulge in your emotions and just be like, oh, I really want to fucking cry, let's listen to some like sad shit, do you know what I mean? Like put on some Lizzie Reed music and cry.
Alternatively, just get a can.
And I mean, what's the nicest thing someone's ever said to you about your music? What's like the best compliment you've been given over the last few years?
That's a difficult one. I think
Scratch my head on that one.
well, a wee guy,
Don't really get much.
someone messaged us on Instagram like a couple of months ago, remember that?
Yeah.
And he was like, he said he was in like a really difficult place, just with his life in general, and he found Crystal, and it just kind of opened doors for him to come into gigs, meeting new friends within Glasgow, and like being really connected to a music scene, like really helped him, and that our music's just like really relative to him, and like it's helped him get over a lot of shit. So I think that's been like really nice to hear that not only do people enjoy our music, but it's actually like helping them in ways that like we never expected it could.
Sometimes it's kind of like, maybe it's like people like review your music and all that. Or maybe someone's written about you. It's kind of hard to like almost believe what they're saying. So I couldn't really put my finger on when I've pure thought like, oh, that's amazing that someone said that. You know what I mean?
I mean, has there been a moment then, like over the last few years, like a standout moment where you feel like you've been your happiest because what's kind of been or the proudest moment even, rather than like the strongest emotion you felt with the band?
Electric Fields was pretty like good. It was like we never really played to that big an audience, and I feel like when we all came off stage, we were all like buzzing. We were all like pure hugging each other and that.
One A1. You're a feel good man. You hug someone in it.
There's been other ones, but I can't really like remember. I feel like there was one kind of recently. Help.
What?
Blackpool.
Blackpool, London.
I feel like King Tut's
A big one.
King Tut's We Woke Disco actually.
Oh,
That was
oh,
it.
yeah.
That was a
yeah.
buzz.
That was good.
Yeah, I think that really, like, sorry. I think that moment, like, for us really solidified as a band is like, this is like really what we want to do. Well, for me anyway, like, yeah, that was a nice.
I feel that what was kind of good about that gig is that we hadn't really had like a lot of people like pure going crazy at our gigs, and that was kind of one of the first where people were like jumping about and that, and we were like, wow, fucking hell.
Yeah,
Aye.
and singing back the lyrics as well.
Yeah. Aye.
Especially in a venue like Tuts, because like we played in the Priory and everyone goes nuts in the Priory, but that's like to be expected sort of thing. Whereas like when we were just supporting Mock Disco at a King Tut's gig, didn't really expect people to be going, mate, transmit.
Transmit, oh yeah. Back transmit.
Aye, at Transmit
Yeah.
we got a way bigger crowd than we expected.
Yeah.
And then they were all going nuts in the crowd, and we were all like, when we were playing. So that way, as soon as everyone's in the crowd starts going mental, you just totally relax.
Yeah,
and you're
you
like,
do.
fucking yes, man.
Yeah, that was one of our best gigs, I think.
Aye, Transmit was amazing.
Yeah, we were all so worried because the stage was like so out the way. We were like, oh,
Yeah.
I think many people are going to show up, but
They did.
aye,
Yeah.
thank fuck.
I think that's quite a nice, happy note to end on. So
Yeah.
thank you very much for your.
No, you're welcome.
Cheers, man.